Hello and welcome to video number 2. We are on chapter 3, lesson 6, which is activity 33. If you notice at the top of this one is called renaming to the simplest form. Those of you in geometry and intermediate algebra have worked with fractions when doing slope. You've always been told leave it in the simplest form, but leave it as an improper fraction. Okay? Improper fraction, meaning if you look at the example, 9/7 is an improper fraction because the bigger number is on top. Okay? When we're dealing with slope, that makes perfect sense because if you remember, slope is rise over run, and when we're counting or when we're applying the slope, it's easier to leave it as that improper fraction. In the rest of math, however, an improper fraction is not the final answer. So that's what we're going to be dealing with today. We're going to take these improper fractions or some of these mixed numbers. Okay, a mixed number meaning you have a whole number out in front with your fraction next to it. We're going to be taking those and we're going to be simplifying those into either proper fractions or mixed numbers. Okay, we're not going to leave it as 19/6. We're gonna end up with a mixed number for most of these. Okay, there's a couple different ways that you can do it, and a lot of it depends on what calculator you are using. So if you happen to have a calculator like the ones we use in school, you can use those. It's the same thing as what we've been doing when we've been finding slope. Okay, so we'll do the example on this one just because I don't know how many of us have these types of calculators. So you can see my reflection. But we can take 9 ABC7 and it's going to put it as 1 2/7. Okay, and that's the answer that they get. So that's what we'd put. But for most of us, we don't have these calculators or have the calculators that have the same capabilities. So again, just like the last video, we're going to be able to use our cell phones, and we might have to download a new app to do it, but that new app we'll use later on in the packet as well. Okay, so follow along with me. I'll show you how to do it. And once you have that app or once you know what calculator you're using, it's really going to go pretty simple. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started. If you have a calculator like I do, I have an LG phone. I've noticed that, I spoke to some of my friends with iPhones. I don't know that iPhones do this, so I do apologize. But I was practicing earlier, you can tell. If you have a newer phone, check it out. Make sure to see if your phone has this capabilities. If not, no worries. I have another way around it. But if it's as simple as using your own calculator, why not, right? So 19/6 is the same as saying 19 divided by 6. So in our calculators, we're going to take 19 divided by 6, and we want to make sure that we hit the equal sign. And on my phone, I don't know how many of yours is like that. If you notice, it gives you the decimal answer as well as the fraction answer, okay? And because we're doing simplest form, we want to make sure we're putting it in fraction form. So our answer for this one is going to be 3 1/6, okay? We don't have to worry about simplifying that. That is the simplified answer. In most of the math world, we want to leave it as 3 1/6. For what we've been doing in class, we had to do more steps, but it's even easier now, okay? Now, if your calculator doesn't have this capability, no worries. What I'm gonna have you do is download a new app, and I apologize for all these apps that you have to download, but this is something that'll be beneficial, like I said, for the rest of the packet, and possibly even later on in life. It might just be something that you find is really helpful and you keep it, okay? So to do that, what we're gonna do is we're going to go to the App Store or the Play Store if you are an Android user. Okay, so I have mine already pulled up. All I did was type in fraction calculator, and the best one that I liked is the 6th one down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th one down, the black and the orange one. The fraction calculator and decimals. For me, it was just the easiest one to use. You can tell that I've already downloaded it, so I'm just going to open it up. And what comes up is this really weird looking screen, but if you notice it's actually pretty simple to use, okay? So looking still at number 1, we have 19 over 6. So this top set of numbers is the top number, my fraction, and the bottom set of numbers is the bottom number. So what I'm going to type in is I'm going to take 19 for the top. I don't have to do anything. It already puts it as the top of my fraction. And I'm going to put 6 as the bottom. And then all I have to do is hit equal. And again, it gives you the fraction and the decimal form. So because we want to keep it as the fraction form, we would use the 3 1/6. Okay, I'm going to go down. If you notice, it goes 1, 2, and I want to give you different varieties of examples to go with also. So hopping down to number 2, we're going to clear this out, and we're going to take 16 and 5 over 2, okay? So for our big number, we want to do 16. For our fraction, we know the 5 is the top number, the 2 is the bottom number, and then we would just hit equal. We would just hit equal. Okay, so we know that the simplified version is 18 and 1/2. With this app, it's as simple as that, okay? We're not here to make math harder. We're here to make math more accessible. And hopefully that means, you know, downloading a new app and making it slightly easier or maybe a little bit less scary. Fractions are difficult, but there's technology that we have in our pockets when we have our phones that can make it a lot easier, okay? Why not use that technology? Those of you that have me in class know if there's an easier way, why not use it, okay? So if you have any questions, contact us. Again, you know our contact information, you know our office hours. We are here and we are eager to help. Okay, we miss you, we want to help you, we love hearing from you. Okay, any questions, please let us know, and happy mathing.